Good afternoon, everybody. We are about to play Salutio. It's stuck. My head's getting too big. My ego. Hi, everybody. I am, of course, your host, Oliver Joyce, and welcome to Season 4 of the Games Gladiator, Episode 2. We did Scald Against the Black Priory last week, which is an excellent retro RPG, so you check that out if you're interested. And this week, we're doing something very different. Lonely Mountains Downhill, which is a mountain bike game. Something, something that is very far from a retro role-playing game, but no less fun. I got this game last year as part of the Xbox Game Pass, which has tons and tons of interesting games that, I'd like to go through many of them and play during these Games Gladiator sessions. And this is one that sort of caught my eye. We're not going to play for very long, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But grab your bike helmet and your gloves and your sense of adventure as we hit the mountain trails for some Lonely Mountains Downhill. And here we are with Lonely Mountains Downhill. This game came out in 2019 by a company called Megagon, from Germany. And it says playing with the controller is recommended. So, of course, we're going to use the keyboard. All right. I've actually done a few trails on this. It's been a while, so I'm going to start again, though. We'll start on the Mountain 1, the Gladiator. There's lots of challenges, and you can race online and customize your rider and your bike. We're going to keep it simple for now, but that's our mountain. This is the first path. So here's our characters. A bunch of bikes we can use. They're all locked. First thing I noticed about this game is a really lovely low poly style, but done with some sort of tilt shift perspective, so you can see the stuff in the foreground and the background is blurry and the stuff in the midground is not, and it's a really nice way of making things seem like a toy. All right, accelerate, steer left and right. You can see the wind coming off the mountains, the way the flowers sway, butterflies. It's a very scenic game for such a low poly game. Whoa, little jump. And we've just got to try and get to the next checkpoint without crashing. Whoa, off the jump. And of course, stay on the trail. Yeah, this is definitely, I think, recommended to use. Whoa. First crash. Yeah, you should use a joypad or a gamepad. Whoa, get a bit of air there. Brake. Oh yeah, brake. Very important. Learn how to brake. And watch where you're going, because I keep looking at the camera. Instantly, this is just so playable, and they've just got the physics on the bike just really nice. The way it skids, and whoa, can we survive that? No, we cannot. Let's head back. And you'll notice there's no music, just the interesting sounds of the mountain. Wind, birds chirping, sort of chain on your bike as you pedal. You gotta be careful in this one. Okay, we survived that one. I think the thing I need to remember is, at the moment, it's not a race. It's just about getting down the mountain. So I should use my brakes a bit more, like that. I used to love riding my bike as a kid. I had a BMX. I had it's called a Diamondback Viper, which was a really cool bike at the time. It was, worth a couple $100 at least. And funny enough, my mum had bought me a beautiful racer, this tall, elegant bike. And all my friends, I had it for about a week, and it was an amazing bike. But all my friends had BMXs, and I wanted to be like everyone else. So I said, "Oh, Mum, can I trade this in and get a Diamondback Viper?" Whoa. And she said, She was so obliging. She said, yes, yes, you can. And so I did. And then I proceeded to take off all the interesting things. I took off the mud guard. Whoa, down we go. I took off the front brake, I think. I took off all these things because it was the cool thing to do to mod the bike. And my mum was just horrified. Like, what are you doing to this expensive bike? I'm saying, oh, this is the way all the cool kids do it. Anyway, I love that bike and I trashed it a fair bit, but I got some years out of it. Now, you're supposed to press up to sprint. But how am I meant to get enough air to do that? That is a question. We may be doing this track a few times. Anyway, I had great memories of riding my bike. Oh, solid thud there. Riding my bike as a school kid, to and from school, and then after school we'd do bunny hops over bottles and practice tricks, and you'd give people lifts on your handlebars, you know. Okay, sprint. What? You almost made that, so I think I need to go a little faster. They could make that a bit easier, you know. But I am pressing up, which is kind of interesting, to sprint. Just not giving me enough speed. You know, and you'd give the girls at school a lift on the bike and, you know, try to be cool and... Right, sprint. What? Ah. Okay, I think I figured it out. You got a shift button. They haven't tell me about the shift. That's what it is. We'll figure this out. Here at the Games Gladiator, I sort of pride myself on doing things the wrong way, not really learning what I'm doing until I actually play the game. So you truly get a first impression, even though I did play this probably a year ago for about 20 minutes. I've forgotten it all. Played it with my little boy Isaac and we had a bit of fun, but here we go. Sprint. Oh, whoa, we made it. There you go. So you got to hold down shift. Yeah, this is just a gorgeous looking game. You do see a lot of low poly style games around, but it doesn't always suit them. But they've done this so nicely, and there are textures on the rocks. You can see this sort of subtle noise on all the rock textures, and a subtle light as well. And it's really nicely done. Well, oh, come on! I shouldn't stack there. And it's really addictive. It's a chill game. There's multiple forks in that little path, and I imagine there's probably other shortcuts. It's an surprisingly thrilling yet serene game as you sort of explore these beautiful mountain paths. Here we are. Now we're getting the hang of it. And just great to control. You know, a good physics game is just something that, you know, you can really get behind. And this game has mastered it. It's on Switch now as well. It's on PlayStation Switch, and this is of course the PC version, which I'm playing on the Xbox Game Pass. I got I actually got a 3-year Game Pass. I got it by getting a VPN and signing up for the Brazilian one. It was an offer, and I ended up getting 3 years for about $100. So we'll have this for quite a while. Damn. Do better than that. Oh, I got distracted by an Xbox achievement, which is didn't show up on the screen there, but not ideal when you're trying to race. Show me them at the end of the race, please. Whoa! I should be using the brake a lot more. But just like in car games, you never brake. Okay, we're gonna brake this time. We're gonna do it properly. Take it slow and steady. How you guys doing? Let me know of any games you'd like me to see me play, and I'll see if I can track them down. Someone suggested Friday Night Funkin' or some kind of dancing game, I think it is, which I believe is one of those instant web games which actually taken the world by storm at the moment. So maybe I should check that out. I'm going to check out NBA 2K21 next week because I'm a big basketball fan, and of course the NBA Finals are about to start. So I'm sure that will entertain some of you, and also... Oh, I shouldn't have sprinted. I bet we were at the checkpoint there too. after me saying I'd go slow and steady. Yeah, so we check that out next week. You know, we're going to do a bunch of these, hopefully one every week. As I say, it's a nice break from the game development, because I work on Swords and Sandals all week, of course, and don't often take a bit of time out during the day to relax and play some games. Well, we need to go back. Can I go back? Whoa, 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 oh, come on. It's challenging in a subtle way. Like, I'm sure once you get good at it, you figure out all the little tricks, but you got to pay attention. So, I told you guys, I don't know if I did or not, I got a PlayStation 5 about a month ago. It took me a long time to track one down, but finally I upgraded my PS4, sold it, got a PS5, and I got Demon Souls. That's the only game I've been playing. I'm a big fan of the Souls series, and as you know from previous series of games, Gladiator, did the same thing. Stop sprinting. Come on. But I've been playing Demon Souls a lot, and I'm about halfway through it. I'd love to have done a Games Gladiator on that, but it's on the PlayStation, and it's a little too hard for me to record and get it all coordinated. But if you are a fan of the Souls games, Demon Souls is awesome. It's really, I put it up there with DS1 and DS3 as my favorites. I might, at the moment, I think I like it as much as Demon Souls, as Dark Souls 1. Just the world design is really cool, even though it has a hub and everything, and all the worlds aren't connected otherwise. It's just really entertaining. And it's challenging. There we go. Checkpoint. It's very challenging, but it's fair, like those games should be. So speaking of challenging and fair, for this game, you can learn the course. When you make mistakes, it's your own fault. Like I'm sprinting because it's fun. Hey, we made it to the bottom of the mountain. Alright, let's continue. It only took us 10 minutes. I bet you can do that track in about 2 minutes. So, now, let's go down to the Widow's Ravine. Sounds very, very ominous. Alright, yeah, we're a beginner. You can... Yeah, so you get sort of bonuses if you do it in, you know, 3... You're supposed to be able to do this in less than 3 minutes. I'm sure you can get better, faster bikes, but... You know, I'm guessing that you're supposed to sprint all the way, but, you know, sprint. Have you seen those guys on mountain bikes? Have you ever been on a mountain trail and watched someone on a mountain bike fly past you? Those guys, they're crazy. I remember when I was in my early 20s, I went on a big world trip with a bunch of friends of mine. You know, amazing. Like eight months traveling around the world with some of your best mates, meeting people, you know, full of adventure and romance and drunkenness and just good times, some of the greatest times of my life. But one of the days there, I think it might have been in summer, we were in Switzerland in a place called Lauterbrunnen. And in Lauterbrunnen, it's just beautiful scenery, much like this. And we saw some mountain bikers just flying down. We hired mountain bikes as well, but nowhere near as fast as these guys. And I just thought, you know, imagine being as good as those guys. But you know, I was flying down one of the trails and I saw an eagle fly over my head, and it was just lucky it didn't end like that. Although I remember going down the mountain and actually falling off my bike. I was just kind of going sideways, so I wasn't going fast, but it was a bit of a ravine, kind of like these ones here. I had to grab my bike with my foot, and otherwise it was going to tumble down the mountain. There was no real danger of me crashing, of me falling off the mountain, but I nearly lost the bike, which would have been very expensive when you're, you know, young and poor, or, you know, relatively poor backpacker, staying in $20 a night hostels and eating tin noodles. Whoa. Ooh, made that jump barely. So you can see we're getting a little better at this. The other thing, when you're playing these games, it's quite hard to... Oh! Some of these crashes are excellent. It's actually hard to talk and play. So I really do take my hat off to those really good sort of, you know, Twitch streamers and people who play these games and talk at the same time and give you witty anecdotes, or, you know, better anecdotes than mine. Oh, crash. Is this the same course? I can't remember. It feels like we might be doing the same course. This feels familiar. But you know, what we'll do is we'll get to the bottom of this track and then we might call it a day. But it's really addictive, and you know, not an expensive game. You can pick it up on lots of platforms. We'll get there. So he's supposed to do this in 3 minutes. You can see I'm sprinting a little bit each time now as I get more confident in my ride. I should have done all this before I even started the video. So you would have thought I was like, oh, this guy's good. Wow, we should tune into the Games Gladiator more. He's going to teach us all about these games. Yeah, this is the track I've already done, I'm sure. Either that or they just all feel familiar. I'd love to check out some of the other mountains though, the more, you know, different variety, and see what they're all about. Yeah, we've done this before, but we're faster. So we've got 40 seconds to do the rest. Oh, that won't help. This is great fun. I can't say it enough. So Swords and Sandals development is going really well, I can tell you that. I'm hoping to get a game trailer out, maybe by the end of this month, and a Steam page so you can actually wish list it. And then I'll finally show you what the Gladiators look like. It's been ages, right? I've been meaning to. 8 seconds. Fly, fly. No, we're not going to make it. That was just for that checkpoint. How embarrassing. Oh well, we did this track twice in the video. Yeah, if you sprint like this, you'll be a lot faster. That should have been a little clearer to me. Alright, so next time I'm sure we could finish that and do a lot better. You know what? Let's do the second track. It's ridiculous to do the first track twice. I want to play a little bit more. Whoa, look at this speed. And the wind has risen. This is excellent. Going down through these mountain passes. I can imagine the expert courses must get so steep. Whoa, I should have taken that shortcut. We'll stay on the track. What a beautiful game. What a beautiful ending. Oh my gosh. Let's try this shortcut. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what? Actually, I'm hardly braking. After saying that I was going to brake a lot more. My bike is braking. Whoa. Shortcut? No, no shortcut. Whoa. Oh dear. Yeah, this is only the second track. It gets way more challenging. And of course I'm speeding up and I'm being reckless in how I ride. Which is a very dangerous thing to do. But you know, it's a game, you can afford to do that. Oh, I wonder if you can get better bikes that allow you to survive falls. Now I'm just thinking, you know what? Watch this. Goodbye, cruel world! Alright, let's leave that there, I think. Anyway, that's the end of that madness. That was so much fun. Well, that is the Games Gladiator for this week. As I said, I'm going to try and put these together once a week. Consider this half an hour of just hanging out with me. You know, if you're feeling a little lonely or you're feeling a little down and just, you know, need a bit of cheering up, feel like you just come on over, we're having a beer or a coffee or whatever, and we're playing some games together. That's what I want the vibe of the Games Gladiator to be, and it's the way it always has been. And you're not going to come here for excellent gameplay, but we'll have a few laughs on the way. And I love your comments and your suggestions. And, you know, this is not a popular part of what I do. I'm under no illusions of that. You know, the popular thing is Swords and Sandals. My channel is not particularly popular, but it's not about that. It's about the connection I have with you guys, and I really appreciate all the comments and all the views. And if you like this stuff, of course, you can subscribe to this channel. I'll get that right one day. And that's not a joke. I genuinely stuff that up every time. And, you know, just thank you. Thank you for being part of the Whiskeybarrel Studios experience and for being, you know, taking your time to spend with me. All right, it's nearly the weekend. And it's a beautiful sunny winter day out here. So I'm going to walk up the road and buy a coffee because there is a cafe that has opened up near us. So I'm going to do that instead of having my awful instant coffee while I save up for my coffee machine. All right, my friends. Until next time, bye for now.